Whenever I see a favourite with Tups in, I'm always reminded of a little story. I shall reiterate now. In the 1890s, a fellow called Mr. Austin, who was a tobacconist, lived in Tiverton in Devon. He invented a fishing fly called the Tups Indispensable. And one of the materials you need for making this fishing fly is the very fine, translucent, pale yellow fur. Plucked, not cut, but plucked from the bag surrounding the Tups knackers, namely its scrotum. And one day a young angler going to fish up the Dale dropped in at one of the many sheep farms up there and asked the old bloke, would it be possible to have some of this pale yellow fine wool from the scrotum of one of his Tups? To which the old replied, oh, that's no bother, son. He said, help yourself. I mean, nowadays you can buy substitutes for it. Well, what was never explained was how this Mr. Austin obtained the first sample of this material, the original flies. Well, I'll climb up this bank and see if I can point out the relevant bit. There are 6 Tups in this field up here, all of them limping along, which is one of the hazards of sex life of a ram, pulling a muscle. Anyway, back to the fishing. If you fancy tying a Tups Indispensable, you can sneak up behind this fella here and pluck some fur from his scrotum. All I can say is good luck to you. In John Roberts' book, the New Illustrated Dictionary of Trout Flies, he gives a little section to the Tups Indispensable, and there is the original dressing. What a yellow spangled lightish blue cock hackle is, I have no idea. As he says there, many imitations and substitutes have been used in the absence of the original material, some hideously corrupting the fly. You can see that on the internet. What they call Tups Indispensable looks nothing like it. As he says there, there's nothing new about this stuff. It's been around for a long time. 1806 that was. But you can't get hold of it now, unless you're a friend with unless you're friendly with a sheep farmer. I mean, Austin sent a copy of this fly to Skews, GEM Skews, George Edward Mackenzie Skews, who was a sort of inventor of nymph fishing, which caused a great split in fly fishing circles. And Skews suggested adding a little touch of scarlet to the fly, and that was the final version of the fly. Skews also gave it its name, Indispensable, Tups Indispensable. I've just tried 3 Tups Indispensables with materials I had to hand. Most of them, you see, are just too heavy, too many materials on them. Tails like shaving brushes. This one is tied with a honey dun hackle. This This one is tied with a light blue hackle, and that one is tied with a yellow hackle. They're very good grayling flies. At the end of this month I'll give them a go on the review, see how we get on. You see that little bit of yellow tying thread at the end of the body, and you can see that scarlet effect. An addition by Mr. Skews on the dubbing of the body. Not the neatest of tying, but if they catch fish, that's all they need to do. Anyway, back to the fishing.